Video just in from the WBRZ investigative unit showing the moments leading up to a father being shot earlier this month in Baton Rouge.
It happened on Newcastle Avenue. The victim says he was just trying to protect his daughter from bullies.
You might be brought to tears as you witness this heroic act of a father. Welcome to the John Amanchukwu Show. Do me a big favor, pretty please, and subscribe to my channel. That helps me with the algorithm and increase my reach as we make episodes every day to impact the culture and to show you what's going on from a Christian perspective. Now, in this episode, you might be brought to tears as you witness this heroic act of a father, a dad who's married, has 4 children, but he's also willing to do something that the average real man would do to protect his baby girl. Watch.
Video just in from the WBRZ investigative unit showing the moments leading up to a father being shot earlier this month in Baton Rouge.
It happened on Newcastle Avenue. The victim says he was just trying to protect his daughter from bullies. News 2's David Hamilton reports it is a long road to recovery as the family waits for justice.
Sylvia, Michael, Corey Bro remains hospitalized tonight and says he wants the teenager who shot him caught before he hurts another family.
We got to do better, bro. We have to do better. Like, this don't hurt as much as knowing that we have this world where these young kids figure and just go, we don't have a future, so let's burn it all.
Emotions pouring out from Corey Bro. He was the man shot last week at an apartment complex off of Newcastle Avenue. Today, he and his wife, Lorena, are advocating for change.
Thing about it is, a lot of people say that when it comes down to it, wrong place, wrong time. But this happened in front of his home, our home. He wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. Those other people were, but he was not.
The couple says this all started after Corey said he heard a group of teenagers taunting his daughter one too many times.
Hold it right here.
Girl yells out.
So, Corey Bro, he's in the house. He overhears 3 guys outside taunting his daughter. He walks outside of his home to go find out what's going on, only to see that these 3 individuals are right near his property taunting his daughter, and he confronts the guys who are doing it, and then one of the guys pulls out a gun and points it at his daughter. And then he does, what most men would do in that situation. Every good father would do this. He stands in front of his daughter to keep her safe and to be a true protector. And this thug, this criminal, begins to open up fire on Corey. This is the epitome of darkness. The Bible says this in Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, because a lawlessness will multiply, the love of many will grow cold. I would think that that young man that pulled the trigger would say to himself, you know what, man, let me leave this guy alone. He's coming out here to protect his daughter. I know what it's like to have a father, possibly. And maybe this young man has never experienced the love of a father or even had a father in the home. So therefore, maybe he has disregard for male authority. But one would think to themselves that, hey, this girl has a dad that's coming outside. Let me just walk away, leave her alone. I'm sure he's going to be concerned about his daughter in the first place because we're out here berating her. But instead, he just opens up fire on Corey. The Bible is right. Lawlessness has increased in our land. It's like every day you turn on the news or go to social media, some person, be it black or white, Asian, Hispanic, or any other nationality, they're taking weapons, be it a knife, a gun, whatever it is, and they're unaliving people. in fits of rage. But who thinks that this is going to happen while sitting on your couch at home? Who thinks in their right mind that someone is going to come to their property and open up fire on them? No one. Now, this man is in the hospital fighting for his life. And his wife is right. He was not in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, we oftentimes hear that. That's what I was taught as a child. My mom would tell me, now, John, make sure you go where you're supposed to go. Don't be in places that you're not supposed to be. And at a certain time, you need to be home. We all knew that by the time the street lights come on, when I was, 12 and 13 and 14, that I better get my rear end home. If not, mama was going to get me. But this girl was in front of her house in broad daylight. Corey is in the house with his wife, only to see this take place. This is awful. Watch.
Emo girl. And I'm like, I'm so tired of that. I really am. The many times we've been together and we heard that stuff. And I'm like, just because she's different from you doesn't mean that it's funny. Like, do you think that's a joke?
Corey said they've been living at the complex for 10 years and didn't know all of the teenagers that was targeting his child. So he confronted them, asking them to leave.
They're going, oh, man, whatever. You don't want none of this. You want none of this. Get the F on. Like telling me to get the F on.
While you're at your house.
Hold it right there. This is broad daylight, everybody. I want you to get that. Broad daylight. You see the guy holding the weapon? You see Corey, bro. You see the guy in the blue shirt just casually standing there with his hands in his pockets. And the guy that has the hoodie on he's being a gangster. He's being a thug. Oh man, you don't want nothing. Get on somewhere. Get the bleep on. How you gonna tell somebody to get the F on? And you standing near my vehicle on my property, and you're gonna tell me to get the blankety blank on? I mean, who is going to listen to that? I personally wouldn't. Now, I'll say this. One thing to keep in mind, and I had to do this in the old neighborhood that I was living in. One night I came outside and there were some teenagers on the side of my house congregating, just hanging out. But I went and got the strap. I got my Mossberg pump. That's what I did. And I was on the side of my property and made sure that I was covered. Could it be that Corey should have came outside with a weapon, with his gun, to be prepared? It's sad that you have to think like that on your own property. But could it be that had he had his own gun prepared to be drawn, this situation would have gone a different way? You hate to think like that, but sadly, this is where we are in our world. Watch.
No, you get the F out because you bought my house.
From there, it only snowballed, Corey says, as he continued to argue with the group. One of the teenagers pointed the gun at his daughter. That's when Corey stepped between them.
The guy points it and opens fire at close range and gets him 3 times.
Corey had to have emergency surgery following the shooting, and his family says it is a miracle that he is still here.
So he wasn't even worried about him when he came out the surgery and he came to an ICU. He was like, where, best he could, he's stuttering and all that, but he's like, where are the kids? And I was like, the kids are fine, kids are safe. I said, you saved your daughter's life.
Just did my job because I swear to God, I would be in a worse position if my daughter or any of my kids or my strongest person I've ever been with in my life, my wife, if she ever got killed, I wouldn't be who I am. I would be a worse version of who I am now. But now, it gave me more purpose.
Investigators are looking for this person on the screen next to me, and the family has set up a GoFundMe.
All right, hold it right there. All right, man, this is a sad story. Hats off to Corey, man. I am praying for a speedy recovery for you. In a little bit, I'm going to pull up his GoFundMe account as well, and I want everyone who watches this video to consider supporting this guy. This is a good man. This is a good dad. This is a good father. He's not amongst the statistics of dads who are absent and not willing to take care of his family. This man was in the right place at the right time while a criminal came to his house to take the life of his daughter, and we don't know what else that guy was going to do with that gun. But this is a sad shame. But this is the guy right here. We don't know his name, but this suspect is at large. I want everybody who lives in the Louisiana area, I believe it is, all around the country and the likes, I want you to get a good glimpse of this guy. Get a good glimpse of this person. Your ability to provide information to bring justice in this situation could mean that you could save the life of your husband or your father or your brother, maybe your sister, maybe your daughter. It could be because this person right here is reckless. So I want to give you a call to action. Authorities urge everyone with information about the incident to contact Crime Stoppers at 225-344-7867. That's Crime Stoppers at 225-344-7867. Community involvement is crucial in bringing the perpetrator to justice and preventing further violence. And here is his GoFundMe right here. It says, support a brave father of four's recovery. Man, I'm going to make a donation to support Corey. You know, I think that we all should. That's a good man right there. Oftentimes we talk about many stories of dads out there, especially black men. But this guy right here is the real deal. He's already raised over $3,000. Let's help him as he goes through recovery. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? God bless you and God bless America.